I don't even remember where I am in this thing. Gotta do a little reading. Okay, let's go. That's what happens when you don't write on something for a little while. You forget the momentum is not there. Okay. Let's do this, Peebles. Mario Van Peebles. Take some old man pills. How are you? Keep driving. My goal is one page. I'm not going crazy. One page is enough. Oh shit. Be right back. I'm gonna take the meat out. I got the meat for burgers tonight. Can't really have cheeseburgers without the burger part. Then it's just cheese. Hey, would you like a cheese sandwich? Flesh don't want a nice cheese sandwich. All right. It's weird, like nobody's around. Just seems odd. That's all I'm saying. Which is fine, because then I get some writing in. Let's see if anything's happening over on this one. Nope. Nothing's happening there. Just want to get to the bottom. You see the bottom right there? I see it. There's Mr. Frank. Ugh. I had cheese sticks for lunch. And the air fryer. I'm almost done with this page. Air fried cheese sticks, like fried mozzarella? Yeah. Like fried mozzarella sticks. I call them cheese sticks. Because, you know, where I come from. Cheese sticks. Wisconsin sticko cheese. Yeah, I mean, we can call them that too. Do I even have where this thing is set? How are you going to start a new story? All right. Do they make cheesecakes? I hope not. I'm not a big fan of cheesecake. Well, decidedly un-Italian. Yeah, but delicious, which trumps everything. As long as they're delicious, they're better. Nope, spelling words wrong. Next page, Nixon. Next page. Lee Jax, how's it going, legend? Legend. You spelled Armand wrong. Sup, Ajax, Mr. Frank says. Shortening your name here. I'm writing for a little bit. I'm not writing for a long time. I wrote a lot this morning. I wrote a chapter of my secret project. If you follow me on Patreon at the dollar level, you would know what the secret project was. Otherwise, it's a secret. But it is a lot of work going into it, very, very quickly. Is it a Stephen King anthology? Yes. Yes, I'm going to do a Stephen King anthology for Phantoms. But there's only going to be one story in it. And after I get 10,000 stories, then I'm going to pick one of those stories. But here's the key. It's not going to be one of those first 10,000 stories. Whatever the 10,001 story is, that's the story that's going to get published. And you're all going to buy it. I did not sleep well last night. I had odd dreams. Kept waking me up. Not good. Tonight, my wife is working a regular day. She's coming home. She's going to make us burgers, quarter-pound burgers. Because we got a pound and a half of meat. Chuck Buddha meat. We're going to make 4 hamburgers. With cheese. Royale with cheese. And then saving the extra quarter or half a pound for Wednesday night. I forget what she said she's making. It's something. So you're going to follow the established formula for Stephen King anthologies. Very much so. I'll invite a couple of people that shouldn't be in it. I'll invite a couple people that I invite just because of their names. I'll invite people that have a first and a last name. Who can say? Frank, what did you think of the Montreal Expos thing? I thought it was okay. I learned a couple things. I learned Montreal was in Canada. Had no idea. Yeah, Gaki. He's not allowed in. He's got only one name. And also, I know Cher will be writing a story. She's also not in it. No, thank you. It was a good baseball doc. It was. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I watched a bunch of stuff yesterday. Just random shows. Expedition X from this week. I watched, Mysteries from Above. Watched a couple episodes of that. I watched Trafficked with that lady who asks stupid questions now. Do you feel bad about people dying from the fentanyl you make? Because I guess she thinks the guy who's wearing a ski mask and has an AK-47 in his hand is going to go, do you have a tissue? I think I'm going to cry now. You know what? I just realized that people are dying from this. Expedition X dropped on HBO Max finally. Like the original seasons or like this season? This season I think is pretty okay so far. But I think there's like one episode left maybe. I like saying things like, oh, Larry Walker, oh, Moise Salou, things like that. Oh, this season. Yeah, I think it's an alright season so far. We're like 10 episodes into it or something. I was doing that too. Arctic UFOs when I paused through that. Oh, that was a good episode. I was doing the same thing as people. I'm like, oh, Moise Salou. Oh, Vlad Guerrero's dad. Stuff like that. Shelley was like, I'm guessing you know this history. I said, not as much as I after I watched it. I'm like, I did not know as much as I thought I knew, but it was interesting. I didn't remember all the ins and outs and all that stuff. She knew as soon as they started with Pedro. She's like, Pedro Martinez. I'm like, yep. You know Pedro. She's like, I thought he was just always on the Red Sox. I said, oh no. This is better years. I thought it was pretty good. Bottom line, Montreal is a baseball city that can end. Here's what I remember. Montreal, nobody went to the friggin' games. The stadium was awful. Not sustain a major league team. Exactly. So you're going to cry about it and everything, and you're going to try to get a team. Every time we're looking at, by 2029, we want 2 more teams, and then, redo the shuffle of divisions and stuff. You want to add 2 more teams, and Montreal is always going to be in that mix. And I'm like, and then nobody's going to go, because the city will not build a stadium for you. It's like Tampa. The group from Tampa, from Jacksonville, the builder and Ken Babby, who owns the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, they bought Tampa, but you're not going to build a good stadium there. You need to get the hell out of Tampa. It's not a good baseball city. Let's be honest. Let's send them all to Sheboygan. I don't even know where Sheboygan is, to be honest with you. Nick, how was your Halloween thing that was not Halloween? Shelley was very upset about that as well. Like that one owner from New York was a jerk and all, but it wasn't his fault they left. Exactly. Sheboygan could use an MLB, right? The Sheboygan cheese herders. It was bunk lunch and 20 kids over 3 hours. Yeah, that's ridiculous. We gotta start putting that crap together for Friday. I just realized. I also gotta find all the Halloween books that I bought this year. You have a lot of extra candy, though? Another one on Friday. How many Halloweens are we going to have here? Man, your city is just bullcrap. Oh. Those cheese sticks are kicking my butt. I don't feel good either. I didn't sleep well, and I keep sneezing. I think we had all the windows open. Today it's like, right now it says 84, feels like 90 or something. I had to close all the windows. I've had the windows open for several days, which is gorgeous. For the city of Milwaukee, but not our neighborhood. Good. Eat all that candy. We went to the wedding on Saturday. Shelly's Aunt Bobby, 93 years old, marrying Don, 96 years old. Found out after, when they left, they were heading to Aruba. The food was actually good. It was in like a women's club hall. There's probably about 100 people there. Sat with some of Shelly's family. The hors d'oeuvres, the hoostuvers, shrimp were like this freaking big. Like, no lie, like this big. 2 of these giant shrimp and a little piece of lemon in between on the sticks. And her cousin Mark and me sat across from each other, and each of us must have eaten like 100 of them. I mean, there was just piles of sticks and dead lemon everywhere. And then little chunks of sausage, and then little pieces of cheese. That was pretty good. Think about it. Different communities having different days for free candy. I would have loved that as a kid. I mean, that part of it, yeah. But it's still bullshit. It's not Halloween. We gave all the candy away to a friend's son and his three friends to consolate the marriage. Yes, consolate it. So you didn't have to take money out of the envelope. No. We bought her a couple of nice bottles of wine. I mean, I didn't. My wife did. But then the food was... So here's the weird thing. They have brown rice. There's like a buffet setup. Brown rice, which is I think kind of weird, right? Don't you have yellow rice or white rice? Anyway, brown rice. They had a salad. They had steamed vegetables. But then those little tomatoes were kind of squishy. They were a little off. But then they had beef Wellington, I believe. They had some chicken etouffee. I like brown rice. I accept all colors of rice. It just seemed weird at a wedding to have brown rice. I don't know. Rolls. The rolls were to die for. Delicious rolls. I had a crap ton of rolls. They had alcohol, but they only had wine and like Michelob Light. So I had a Mick Light. And then they had sweet tea and unsweet tea, but it was all unsweet tea. For like an hour, they just kept putting out unsweet tea, and then you had to pour shit into it. And then finally, like the last, I don't know, half an hour, somebody was like, hey, it's actually sweet tea now. So then we all ran up there and got sweet tea. I don't wear brown rice after Labor Day. I mean, why would you? That would be such a fashion folk pox. That would just be ridiculous. But it's good, though. Things started at 3. We got there at 2:30. By 5 o'clock, we were out of there. You know, they did the whole ceremony, and then it's funny because Don's kids were there. You know, when somebody says, oh, you know, his sons are going to be there, his daughter's going to be there, you think, oh, when you hear that, you're thinking like, oh, 20, 30-year-olds. No, these people were like all in their late 50s. Because he's 96. But it was good. It was a good wedding. It's a good show. Good food. We were like on the way up. I'm like, all right, let's figure out where we're gonna stop because her aunt is healthy and skinny, which is why she's 93 and still driving and active. But she doesn't eat a lot. So I remember telling you this one time we went there, and for lunch was like tiny little pieces of bread and one piece of like chicken lunch meat and a tiny little piece of cheese. That was like lunch. I was like, holy crap. So I was figuring, okay, we're going to get like nothing. Like one time at her birthday, she had everybody at her house and she made hot dogs. And there was 40 people and she made 50 hot dogs. And I'm like, I could eat 10 hot dogs. 96, that's no June Lockhart. No, that's, no. And Don's 96, they took a road trip from Florida, from Gainesville, all the way up to upstate New York to do visiting and stuff for like 3 weeks or something. Right after Shelly's birthday. Too soon is right. So they're in Aruba right now, and none of us are. But anyway, it was good. My wife made 400 cookies. Her cousin Cheryl, who they call Cheryl, she made pound cakes. They were a little dry. I had one yesterday. Yesterday was one of those days. So, of course, my wife has to go hang out at her mom's all day. So I'm home alone, and I'm like, okay, so there's no World Series game on tonight. The Raiders have a bye week, so they can't lose, which I guess is a good thing. Jacksonville also a bye week, so I can't watch them, pray for them to lose. So I just watched a bunch of TV shows. I played a lot of Minecraft, so I'm doing Minecraft peaceful mode. So none of my villagers get attacked. I'm over 150 villagers now. I just keep expanding and expanding. You can expand as much as you want. I'm like, why do some of these villagers have a green, like, leaf or something on their hat? Oh, because those are the lazy people in town. So I have to give them jobs. I have to keep making crops. I have to give them things to do. So I did that a lot yesterday. I watched Weapons this weekend also. It was good, but I think too many people overhyped it, so I was expecting something earth-shattering like Weird Al's UHF. Good movie, though, still no HF. What is as good as UHF, though? I mean, come on. You can't set that bar so high, you're never going to watch it. Weapons is just like a horror movie, like I would not like it. And don't lie to me. I only saw one commercial for it, but then everybody's hyping it. Packers won, so yeah, I was a bit tired from the celebration. Yeah, I did watch some of that game last night before Shelly got home. I don't know, those throwback Steelers uniforms look stupid and just too bright for television. Yeah, I guess it horror, yo. Yeah, I probably will not watch that. People kept saying the less you know going in, the better. Well, I know nothing about it except for it horror. Tomorrow I might be on YouTube Live, so look for me there. Tomorrow night, her Aunt Vicky's, we're taking her out for Mexican food for her birthday, 75 years old. We're going for Mexican, but then I have to be home by 8 o'clock because I have an interview with Dennis Crosby at 8 p.m. Did I tell you I interviewed that guy last week? And then, I'm not going to say his name. You don't know him. But then he was like, "Oh, the lighting was really bad." I'm like, "Nah, you look a little dark. It was actually gloomy. It was pretty good." He's like, "I didn't like the way I answered some of the questions." I'm like, "You were fine. You're overthinking it." Then he messaged me the next day. Can you not publish that? I'm not happy with it. I'm not comfortable with that. It was my first interview, and I don't think I did well. I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And then he was like, I mean, in the future, if we can do it again, and I just ignored him. I'm like, yeah, I gave you a shot. You wasted an hour of my time. Bit, I don't know. You could have told me it's a witch movie, and that would have been sufficient. Bing's kid, yes. Bing Crosby. Ugh. So what day is it coming out? Yeah, no. I was so annoyed I immediately went in and deleted it. I immediately just erased all of it. I erased his messages, everything. I'm like, F you. Dennis Crosby is the guy that at BoucherCon, everybody kept thinking he was S.A. Cosby. Because they would see Crosby and think it was Cosby, and then they are both African American gentlemen. So at one point, by the time I took a picture with him, I said, "How many people have said have thought you were Sean?" And he's like, I think I'm up to like 14 now." I'm like, wow. He's mostly a horror author, though, so it should be interesting. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm saying we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ooh. I've been eating a lot of Entenmann's Devil Food cake donuts. I think I've eaten 2 boxes so far in like less than a week. That's what I had when I came home Saturday from the wedding. A couple of donuts. Sunday morning, couple of donuts. This morning, couple of donuts. A lot of donuts. See, I'm using my Vortex Books and Comics mug. This is going to be a collector's things at some point. Next February, I'm putting that up on eBay. Do you have apple cider donuts down there? I have no idea. I would imagine maybe. Seems like a thing we would have. I know apple cider was a big thing. I know when I did that signing last weekend with young Mike, he went and got some apple cider. He's like, "Oh, they have some apple cider." I'm like, "Well, no. No, I'm going to get do they have rum? I'm getting a rum and Coke. Apple cider. Punch you in the head with apple cider. I don't know how you would punch somebody in the head with apple cider, but you know what I'm saying. Getting a little cloudy out. I think it's going to... hopefully it rains. It rained really hard last night, which is nice. Ramen cake. Yeah. Delicious. Ramen Coke. Let's say I went to that donut place to hang out with Andrea and Wynn last month. Not the one I just went to last week, but the month before. And they said your name, and I said Armand, and I spelled it. And then when I got my super breakfast burrito, it said ramen, R-A-M-E-N, written on it. And I was like, why'd they write ramen? And I looked over and I'm like, oh, Andrea has her name actually spelled right on hers. I'm like, oh, they think my name is ramen. If I was awake and I had had coffee already, I would have said Chachi. Yeah, Rain Man is right. Rain Man for many reasons. Hot water burn, baby. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what you're even saying now. That's a good movie, Rain Man, right? Yeah, I mean, the hot water burned the baby. Well, not Rain Man. Raymond. Now I get it. And then the aliens came. Oh no, that was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Forget it. 5 minutes of Wapner, exactly. 427 toothpicks. Have you seen the guy on Reels or TikTok, whatever? I've seen it a bunch of times. He's doing the Ed Gein voice to his kids, to his daughter, and to his wife. And his wife, you can tell she's just getting pissed. And he's just doing that stare, and he's like, tell mommy you love her. Tell mommy to have a good day. And she's like, stop doing that! I'm still watching the Railroad Explorers. What the hell is the Railroad Explorers? Does it have 2 S's at the end of Explorers? Because then I'll watch it. 1 S, psh, garbage. I started watching I love those shows about, like, I watched the Harpoon one, that series, a season of that. Who knows? I love when you watch these and then they never have them again. I'm watching the Something Harbor, Newfoundland, some harbor up there, and the guys are going out to get cod, and then they're bringing in stuff, giant cargo ships, and I guess it started this week. I tape. Anytime I see anything, I'm like, I'm just going to tape this, and then if I don't like it, I just won't watch it. But I liked it so far. I watched an episode. Guy on YouTube making weird rail card to explore abandoned rail mines in the Midwest. Guys, I should say, because there are several people doing it. Yeah, you just can't point out one of them. I can't watch YouTube. I should be watching YouTube because it get my more people looking at my channel if I make comments and stuff. What's the name of that guy? Do you know the name of their thing, or is that what it is? Railroad Explorers. I'll watch it. I'll look. I'm hanging. You got 15 minutes. I'm out of here. Oh, Guitar Meets Science on Lillian Axe. I don't know if I watched that one. That's the one doing the railroad cars, though? Lillian Axe? That makes sense. I said bar room, and they said bathroom? No. Bar room. Preston Goes is one. Before my time, but in my hometown, there was a runaway train that someone let loose one night, and it went into one of the rivers. Sat there at the bottom as people far and wide came to see the underwater train car. Facts! Nick says. Facts! Runaway Train, that was the Soul Asylum wrote a song about it. I believe that song was Somebody to Shove. Matt Spears is another good one. His rail cars are way more janky. Okay. Matt Spears, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Spears. You write this shit down. Matt Spears. Preston Goes. Guitars Meets Science on Lillian Axe. All great railroad car ones. I remember for a while years ago, everybody was watching the abandoned mall one. It was like some mall that people had put up cameras live, and you had to pay on YouTube. You know, there's a subscribe and there's a join, and like tens of thousands of people had joined this to watch the mall falling apart in real time. But if you were just subscribed, he had those trail cameras up, and every few days he would download one of those, and you could watch like 3 or 4 hours. But it wasn't live, so shit could be falling. You know, a deer could be running through the mall. There could be ghosts. Ducks playing in the fountain. 2 feet outdoors. Okay, no more, no more. My favorites are still looking up Rio Beach Walk. And you see all the big butts walking around. He kayaks to weird islands and stuff around New York and New Jersey. All islands around New York and New Jersey are weird. Coney, does he go to Coney Island? Does he go to Staten Island? Does he go to Long Island? Does he go to Keensburg Island? Hackensack Island? So many weird islands. There's a giant tree branch that several weeks ago the wind had cracked. I heard it crack. I was sitting right here. I heard it crack looking out my window. And there was this dangling. And at first it was still alive. All the leaves were good, but then they all started falling off. And then it looked like it cracked a little more. And then on Saturday when we got home, it had finally come undone. And it's just on the ground. And we're like, yeah, we need to grab it and just drag it into the back, through the backyard and throw it into the woods. But I think the guys are coming tomorrow to cut the grass. So I'm hoping they do it. He's got a trespassing problem in Sayreville right now because he paddled to an abandoned yacht hiding in the South River on the Sayreville side. Nice! Nice. I'll watch it, but I'm probably going to play Minecraft instead. I need to play Minecraft. I need to play Minecraft on Twitch. So people will watch and I can get some people. I need more subscribers. That reminds me, everybody. Subscribe or resubscribe here on Twitch. And also, please, please, watch some of my videos and subscribe to me on YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything. People! People! Yes. Yeah. I don't have anything this week. Well, I gotta go out tomorrow night for Aunt Vicky's thing, but I don't have anything until Halloween. Nothing next weekend, which is nice. I feel like November's going to be very busy. My birthday is November 21st, by the way. Everybody. It's a Friday. No excuse for you not to be here. Who likes to take a taste of alcohol? You got plans on this Friday? Yeah, because here, as crazy as it sounds, it's fucking Halloween, and we celebrate Halloween. Beers and Fears Sunday, rescheduled. Hopefully that hurricane coming up doesn't hit. It's supposed to hit Sunday, right in whatever town Beers and Fears is in. I don't know what you guys are going to do. Then Second Time Books the weekend after. Nice. I always liked that place. Always had fun. I mean, you guys aren't going to have nearly as much fun without me there, but give it a shot. See what happens. Stranger things have happened. That I'm hankering down for the winter, yeah? I don't blame you on that, boss. Stranger Things is happening New Year's Eve. Ah. I'll watch it. I'm not as excited. I think it's alright. Not the greatest show ever, but most shows are not the greatest show ever. Unless you're talking about Ringling Brothers. You know what I watched yesterday? On Prime, I watched the Van Halen documentary from last year, like the Mammoth Years or something. I don't know why it was called it because it was the whole thing, but you could tell the narrator said a lot of words wrong, and there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing new in it. It seemed like it was all AI generated, but it's a documentary. And it just had a lot of clips. The David Mamet years, yes. I think I started that and it was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. It was some interviews and a little bit of the, live from their videos. They spent way too much time on Gary Sharon. I'm like, really? He was in the band for like 5 minutes? It might as well have been guitar B-side of the early, yeah. But it was like an hour and a half. I watched it. I was playing my baseball game on my phone while I was watching it, and I was like, "Yeah, nothing here is." And like they skipped over like Michael Anthony being thrown out of the band. It's like, oh, and Wolfie is now playing bass in the band. And I'm like, well, you don't explain why he's playing in the band, So yeah, that was not. Can't get that hour and a half back. It's like having a conversation with Nick Zinn, like talking to his shoe. Oh, John Wetland. I see. Yeah. Oh, Marquise Grissom. Oh, they mentioned Cliff Floyd. Don't borrow my amps to do a sideshow and not tell me either. Yeah. His hat didn't have a chance to get salty in Montreal. They're saying if they add 2 teams, right, in the lead, because they don't want to move anybody. Baseball wants to leave everybody where they are. So they're saying Portland, Oregon, and Nashville, Tennessee. Which both already have minor league stadiums. And I don't know if they sell out. I don't know what the deal is. Why not Vancouver? Because it's in Canada, and Canadians can't handle. At some point, the Blue Jays are going to be the only sports team left in Canada. Except for that Canadian football garbage. Edmonton. Nashville, I can understand. Portland, I don't know. I wonder what they would do with the Nashville team. The minor league team. Because it's, I guess, or Portland, What about Indianapolis? The Toronto Raptors. Is that even a team? Are you just making names up? Oh, let's make pretend that the Toronto has a dinosaur. Yeah, they'll be gone. They'll be moved soon. Indianapolis. People leave Indianapolis. They don't go to Indianapolis. And they've had the Indianapolis Indians have been there for about 1,000 years. Again, they're moving major league teams into places that have minor league teams already, but I guess it makes sense. Kind of like Toronto. I mean, Tampa. What did I say, Toronto? Tampa. Tampa Yankees have been there for 1,000 years. You move the Devil Rays in. New Jersey Generals. Don't even talk about them. I get very upset thinking about the Generals and what could have been. Donald Trump hadn't killed the whole league. Son of a bitch. That was a good book. Basically talking about, this was before he was even president, talking about him killing them because he wanted an NFL team. The Bangor Kings. Yeah. That was the Expedition X episode. Was because I guess Stephen King's got they're doing a TV series on it. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, they were in Bangor, talking about the underground tunnels and ghosts and all kinds of stuff happened. Lots of weird noises. All the places that Steve, I call him Steve, all the places that Steve, Welcome to Derry just started on HBO. Yeah, well, so that's probably why they did, I think they did commercials, but I fast forwarded through all the commercials. So yeah, so they were in Maine, going through all of the places. New Hampshire needs a team. I'm surprised we don't have one in Connecticut. We got a lot of minor league teams in Connecticut. Of course, in Connecticut or New Hampshire, you'd have teams, and then nobody would get to them because the traffic is so bad. And we sold 20,000 tickets, and 400 people are in the stands right now. The New Hampshire, whatever the fuck, yeah. You know what? I wish they would come back. They should keep, because, you know, we should go. We got Maine, we got Portland Sea Dogs. We should keep going, and they should really, honestly, have the Oak Island treasure hunters. You know, whatever the fuck, baseball is back. The Delaware Ding Dongs. So many great teams. You think all the leagues will eventually have like 32 teams? And then they do 4 divisions of 4 each. National and American. Want to go say whatever the fucking, yeah. You know what they sell there? Whatchamacallits. But they're like $12 a candy bar. I'm a fan of whatchamacallits. Well, there are 50 states, or so 50 teams for each state. 50 teams for each state times 50, that's 400,000 teams, I think, my math. 50 times 50. The problem is you got greedy states like New York. And they're like, let's have a couple of different teams, you know? You can't. Chicago, let's have a couple of teams here. Yeah, everyone gets a team. On every block there's another team. You know, they want to make it the international game. The Hawaiian sneak attacks. God, that logo would be awesome. Yeah, Frankfurt needs a team. Exactly. At some point, they're going to be like, you know what? We're playing games in Mexico. We're playing games in England. We're playing games in Iowa. All those countries need their own team. Once we get this teleport thing down, though, I think at that point we'll be like, you know what? Hey, Yankees, you're going to teleport into Rio de Janeiro because you got a game tonight. Okay, let's all Let's all get on the transport hub, and then let's teleport to Rio. Tulsa, Reno, Truth or Consequence all need teams. Yeah, Truth or Consequence, 100% needs a team. I'm sure at some point Vegas will get a major league team. I mean, they got the minor league team, but every other place is moving into Vegas, so why not put baseball there? Yeah, the Iowa Dirts, the Iowa Corn Hogs. Love those guys. Then they play this Cedar Rapids marching song. All the food made of corn. Hey, you want a corn dog? It's literally just a piece of corn, and we wrapped some weird stuff around it. Weird stuff. Alright, speaking of weird stuff, I'm going to go take a nap. I've had enough of this crap. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Appreciate it. I do. I do now. Yes, I do. Tomorrow, YouTube Live. Please try to pop in. If not, I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday. The Oklahoma Dust Motes. So many great logos, though. So many great logos. See you later, Nick. Hey, happy Halloween for the rest of the fucking week.